We are at the Three Peaks Cyclocross race. It is a windy day. We have got both Jake and Henry racing today. Jake is absolutely on form, our cyclocross specialist, but Henry is our endurance specialist. Remember that awesome time he did at the Fred Whitton this year? This path, cyclists go up it, do a loop, and then come back down it. Let's get into the action. Let's go. Hey Helen.
Oh yeah, how are you?
How's it going so far?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Pretty steady, yeah.
Here's our winner, well done.
What do you think? Someone needs to go and tell him quick.
Controversy at the summit. It sounds like a marshal lower down the mountain has sent some of the top riders the wrong direction. We've just seen Giles Drake, one of the top favourites, come up to the summit the wrong direction. Quite rightly got turned around by the marshals at the top to go back in the right direction. But
Jake, you're in the top 10.
Hi.
Giles and the top guy went the wrong way.
Oh, no, they're down. I saw them going down.
Up there.
Oh,
They got turned around by the marshal. Got sent the wrong direction. How you feeling, buddy?
Absolutely
You're doing so well. Other than your puncher, how's it gone?
Alright. Don't know, just nervous on the downhills now. Since
Good.
that crash.
Stay in the race. There's not many in the under 23s ahead of you, Henry.
Think I'm full?
Yeah, I think so too. Fresh from the Three Peaks, Jake and Henry, well done guys. Excellent results. What was your finishing position?
I was 13th in 3 hours and 17 minutes.
And under 23s?
Third.
Yes. And Henry?
22nd and 3:27.
Excellent, well done. So both of them improved from last year. Now, I've got Jake on camera saying that he dropped you on Whernside, Henry. What happened?
I was with him on Whernside and I dropped him on the descent. I'm not saying.
It's when it started to go flat, he just put the power down and dropped me for dead.
Really?
Yeah, on a flat tyre.
But you had a flat tyre, but then not long after that, you also got a flat.
I think mine was first.
Yeah.
I think I was the first flat, yeah. So coming off of the first hill, Ingleborough, going up, no problems. We were actually next to we were with each other the whole way up, weren't we?
We were.
And then we came over the top line of stern. And then I think I got a little bit of a gap on the descent.
Yeah.
Coming off the bottom, I got a puncture just after the pit zone. Onto the road section, so I swiftly got reeled back in by Henry's group because I was riding on a flat tyre on the road.
Yeah. When you say flat, you dented your rim, haven't you? But you
Quite significantly, yeah.
so you managed to ride on it flat because you had inserts in.
Yes.
How was that?
Interesting. It wasn't the worst. It was very draggy on the road.
Yeah.
So I think it sapped a lot of energy. Obviously, going up the hill didn't actually really matter because you're not riding too much. And on the descent, I just took no regard for the safety of my wheel and just.
It's right. You rode that road section, hiked your bike up, then rode back down it all on a foam insert.
Yeah, and I still did the 23rd fastest descent time on Whernside, including a wheel change at the bottom. That's the thing I'm most proud of from the weekend.
Epic. And Henry, you had a problem with your wheel as well, didn't you? So
I punctured about halfway down.
yeah.
And I rode like Jake, rode it off, but I had carbon rims.
Yeah, your prime wheels.
I did.
In that massive sail that they had.
I did, and unfortunately, they got very badly cracked as a consequence of just riding on them.
Yeah, they're wrecked, aren't they?
That proper wrecked, yeah.
Yeah, you had a bad bike change. Actually, I'm really impressed with those DT Swiss aluminium rims. The fact they even held together.
Oh, I'm amazed. They're actually still fairly straight as well. I put them in the stand earlier.
Apart from this massive dink that we'll show you.
Yeah, there's 3 pretty big dents in it, but I think it held up surprisingly well. I was impressed because it was making some pretty horrid noises down the descent.
Can you ride down that with nothing but an air insert in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, other than that, I caught you both on camera again going up Penny Ghent, the final climb of the day. You were in the top 10, I think, at the time there. So what happened after we saw you? What was the...
So yeah, I was flagging pretty badly when you saw me. I was struggling on the walking sections. Yeah. And then over the top, I think I was, maybe 9th or 10th or something like that.
Your comment about Nick Craig.
Oh, yeah.
He's so fast. He's such an old man, but he's so fast.
It's just, he's just a beast. Like, he's 55 years old, and he still kicks my ass every time I race against him.
Yeah, it's because he can walk uphill as rapidly as you can ride.
He just doesn't slow down. He has just one speed, and he just carries on. You can do it all day, and he just goes. Yeah, I flattered on the way down again as well, so I lost a couple of places with a front wheel puncture and also dented my front wheel.
Oh, no.
So I've currently got 2 very non-circular wheels. But yeah, no, all things considered, I'm quite happy.
And Henry, you were looking pretty exhausted at that point as well.
Definitely was. I was cramping up pretty hard up there, and that whole climb was a struggle.
Cramp's something you suffer with, actually, isn't it?
It's common, yeah. I don't know what it is, because I make note of like the carbs I'm taking, make sure I get my electrolytes. It's a situation I just don't know why it happened.
You even tried some pretty weird remedies this time as well.
I did.
Try something,
yeah.
I might put that in the comments.
Yeah.
It's desperation. I know what it's like whenever you've got something like that, you just want to get it fixed, don't you? But yeah, other than that, pretty happy with your ride down. And
yeah, happy overall. I snapped my chain at the bottom Pennygent, which last couple 100 metres of it, so that was pretty demoralising, knowing you've got a couple miles of road and people passing you, just bike and passes. Pretty sad, but
that final descent is epic because there's loads of spectators, isn't there? And there's some little drop-offs and rocky sections and stuff, isn't there? It's pretty technical.
Yeah, it's quite a fun descent though. Yeah. I think it's the nicest one of the 3. As if you just did it on a ride, I think it'd be quite enjoyable. But because you're 3.5 hours, 4 hours deep by the time you get there,
you can't normally ride it on a bike. It's like
you can only ride the bottom half, yeah. So.
And we actually saw Jake Atkinson's dad, who was in it as well. We've got some footage you can go uphill. How you doing, Ian?
Terrible.
Looking strong.
Not strong.
I see you borrowed your son's GT gravel bike for this.
All the years of me buying him bikes is his favour.
Is it? So last year you did this on your titanium
gearbox
mountain bike with a gearbox. You put a drop bar conversion.
Yeah.
What would you prefer riding?
This is a lot easier getting up the hill. But the gears on the other one, amazing. This has been scaring me with some horrible noises. So, yeah.
Have you still been enjoying the descents on this though?
Oh my god, yeah. We've ridden everything. We don't do getting off.
If you're ever wondering who's responsible for Jake Atkinson's mad skills, this is the man right here. Good luck, Ian. But we never saw him coming downhill on the camera, but on the downhill he was just riding it like he's on some downhill bike.
Yeah, he's a beast, isn't he? He's a beast.
180 psi.
So in all, good fun weekend?
Yeah, I'll definitely be back next year.
Any advice that you want to share with people for doing it next time?
Ride with air in your tyres. That's always good.
Yeah, but
I just want to say as well, thank you to everyone who had watched the previous videos that we've done. Quite a few people coming up to me saying that they've watched it and enjoyed it. So yeah.
That's a good point, actually. So that was 2 years ago, actually.
Yes.
We did a really good video series of all the preparation that you did for the race, and then also your review of how it went.
Yeah.
So people have been watching that, and
the one we did last year when I was injured.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So there's Jensen who came second. He watched it, and the lad that won the juniors as well. He said he'd watched it.
That's amazing.
So yeah, thanks to everyone who watched the video. And
fantastic. And Henry, not the best preparation going into this. You dislocated your shoulder a few weeks into this. How did it all hold up?
It was all right. I had a bit of a sketchy crash down one side, and all good. No bad incidences, but a bit threw me off a bit of the rest of the race, wanting to take it cautious as well as during the race. So trying to take it safe, and I got gapped by Jake quite a bit on the descents because of it, but also better.
Massively in the long, so you did both did really, really well. Well done.
Thank you.